Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Miami. Corey Kluber, a right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Stepping into the box, Jonathan Villar. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The center fielder, number 2, Jonathan Villar.
First pitch of the at-bat. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Batting second, the third baseman, Brian Anderson.
Stepping in, Brian Anderson. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pitch on the way. And a strike called at the knees. 0-1. Our game time temperature here to start play. A balmy 86 degrees at first pitch. Now a swing and a miss, and things are not looking real promising here. Down 0-2.
Oh, I love that pitch right there. Up and in. Jam. Sandwich.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Popped him up. And there's the second out as he squeezes it in the coach's box.
Batting third.
So coming to the plate, Corey Dickerson. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Swing and a miss on the sinker. 0-1. 2 out, nobody on. And Dickerson behind 0-2 now.
Down 0-2. Maybe simplify the game plan right here. Get on the heater, even though he has 5 weapons to go to.
Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Frozen on strike 3 for the final out of the inning. Miami down in order. Now the Rangers will get their first crack scoreless. Caleb Smith is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Marlins. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Line to the right side. But this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
Batting second, the shortstop.
Ready now, Elvis Andrus, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And he fouls this one off. Here it comes now to Andrus. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is line to left. Dickerson is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
The right fielder, Joey Gallo.
Now a big swing, and this ball is crushed out to deep center field. Gone! Big Joey Gallo leaves the yard with a solo shot. As the Rangers strike first, it's 1-0.
What a way to start this one off. Scoreless top of the frame, and you answer with a bomb in the bottom of the first.
Standing in now, Danny Santana.
The center fielder.
Fouled off.
Danny Santana.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Dickerson going back to the track, to the wall. And it's out of here. Back-to-back two-out home runs. So a solo shot here to left center field, as that'll give the Rangers a 2-0 lead.
It's very early, but he's looked out of sorts from the beginning. They've already roughed him up for 2 homers, and they're not done yet. We'll see if he can regroup or if he blows up. Could go either way at this point.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect, Willie Calhoun. Back up the middle. Scooped up. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this new inning set to get underway. And up next will be the power-hitting first baseman, Big Jesus Aguilar. And he fouls this one off. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Hit softly on the ground to third. He's right there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth.
Now at the plate, Garrett Cooper. Timing just a tick off there as this one's fouled off to the right. Now here's the pitch. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, so far early into this one, this guy's pitching really well. And I'm a big believer in body language. He's getting the ball. He's working really quick, keeping the ball down in the zone. And if you take a look at this guy so far early on, a lot of positive signs. He looks like he brought his good stuff in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Gallo will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and standing in a power threat in Todd Frazier, the third baseman.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Fouled away. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Dickerson going back at the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting seventh. The second
so
baseman.
One away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Rougned Odor. Fouled off. The 0-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
Aguilar is camped under this one, and that will retire the side. Now to the plate, Jorge Alfaro. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Drilled down the line, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Down the left field line and deep, and no one will get this one. And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out. First pitch coming. Here it is.
The second base.
Isan Diaz stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. Pitch on the way.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he's way off balance with the swing there.
In my opinion, one of the toughest pitches in the game to square up. Just a heavy sinker with good downward action.
And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Miguel Rojas.
First offering on its way. Here's the 0-1. Well thrown sinker that time, down but in the strike zone.
Hey, down 0-2. He better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Bottom of the 3rd now, and here comes the first baseman, Ronald Guzman.
The first baseman, Ronald.
No balls and a strike to count. Now here's the pitch.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. And that is off the wall. And a good start to the inning for the Rangers. It's going to be a leadoff double.
Managers these days like to think of that 9-hole hitter as the second leadoff man, and he plays the role pretty well right here. Gets the leadoff double, and now he gives the real leadoff man a chance to bring him home.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Dickerson's there. 1 away. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
The batter, number 1.
Man at second with 1 down. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Elvis Andrus. And it's fouled away. Guzman leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Dickerson going back, and this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left as the Rangers have opened it up now 4-0. We've seen these guys go deep 3 times so far in this one, guys.
You know, D-Row, looks like the boys are dialing long distance from the batter's box so far.
Yeah, the pitchers aren't fooling anyone today, Dan. Let's see if this trend continues.
So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo.
Joey.
Swing and a long drive again. This one to deep center. Gone. Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second of the game, and the Rangers have made this a 5-0 ball game. Now to the plate, Danny Santana. Swing and hit a pop to the right side of the infield. Aguilar is in his tracks now, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And into bat next, former Dodger minor leaguer Willie Calhoun. Hit in the air out to left. After it is Dickerson. He takes the turn and heads for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Some guys just lay back and watch that first pitch go by no matter what.
Stop.
Work the count, make the pitcher waste a few pitches. But when he serves up a fastball like this on the first pitch, it's hard not to go after it. And that's just what he does. He jumped all over it.
Eliezer.
Now the Miami manager's up out of the dugout and on his way out to the mound. And a change is in the offing, as that'll be all for his starter this afternoon. Dickerson will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move. And so digging in now, Jonathan Villar. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
1-1 to the Marlins leadoff hitter.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some four-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
Swing and a miss there as the breaking ball takes care of him for the first out.
Boy, he's really on a roll on the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Ready for another chance? Brian Anderson comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And here's a ball hit in the air. Long run for the right fielder, but this will land untouched. And he popped him up, drifting back behind first. And the Marlins had their first hit of the game. At the plate, Corey Dickerson. This will go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Stays alive, still 0-2.
Get the chainsaw out today, boys. If he's going to throw back-to-back cutters like that, we're going to have some guys getting some wood blown up in their hands.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Corey Dickerson goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Into the box now, Jesus Aguilar. Popped up. And Frazier will make the catch to retire. Just about set to go for the last of the fourth. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with the Rangers manager during the inning break about the team's offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said their ability to get on the attack and chase the opposing starter from the game prior to the fourth inning obviously sets them up nicely for the rest of the game. Now, he just hopes they can keep that same focus at the plate in the middle and late frames, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi. Dickerson going back to the track, but he won't get to it, and this should put him in scoring position to start the inning. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
Now batting, the catcher.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang. I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
He's 0 for 1 thus far. And he fouls this one off. 5 runs, 7 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. So next to the plate for Texas, Ronald Guzman. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
Up next for the Rangers,
Shin-Soo Choo at the plate now. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch coming. Here it is. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And welcome back to Arlington. Before we get much further, let's check in with Heidi.
Matt, during the commercial break, I had a chance to catch up with manager Don Mattingly about the Marlins' offensive production, and he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've only managed one base runner in this game, so it's easy to see why he said they haven't shown much fight today. He's hoping to see someone step up and find a way to get something going, though. This game isn't out of hand, so it remains to be seen if they can snap out of this funk and climb back into this one.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. First pitch of the at-bat. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Talk about starting off the inning with a bang. Goodness. When this thing left the bat, I thought it was out of here. And I think he might have too. Only made it to the warning track, but he glides into second base with a leadoff double.
Throw to first.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Right down Main Street, caught him looking. So a runner aboard at second here with one away. And up next will be the big catcher, Jorge Alfaro. Behind 0-2 now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Now, after back-to-back strikeouts, he's got a real good chance of making that leadoff double pretty much meaningless. He's made some good pitches, and these hitters have really failed driving him in or at least getting him over.
Ooh, and heads up as this is pulled foul. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here. Set now for the bottom of the 5th. And stepping up is the shortstop, Elvis Andrews. Heading out towards shallow right. Cooper is there. 1 pitch, 1 out.
The batter, the right fielder, Joey Gallo.
Here's Joey Gallo now. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Now here's the pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Dickerson is going to have room out there as he puts the... Stepping up to the plate, Miguel Rojas. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few